Well, welcome back, everyone, to the TD Garden for My Hockey Live's pop-up report. Number 10 on the day, and this will be our final one. We're only allowed one in double figures, or the green light might go on down below, and it wouldn't count. There's a
lot of green lights today.
There's a lot of controversy. Yeah, everything's green today, including the green light. But we hope you've had a great St. Patrick's Day. We hope you've gotten to check in on us from time to time. We want to thank a lot of guests throughout the afternoon. Jim Clark from the MIAA, Evan Marinovsky from New England Hockey Journal, James Luongo, the great assistant coach from Marshfield High School, Cam Kerry from the Globe. We had on hand today at the Garden Jake Levin, Brendan Locke, Tim Tully, Rich McClone, Bob Conceition, and Colin Barkin and Jeff Lane helping out here, and Colin doing a great job. Seems like you just want to move in here, Colin, behind the camera, setting up shop here. And we want to thank you all for being with us. A quick report on this first period of the D2 championship game. Tewksbury number 1 leading at number 11 Boston Latin 1-0 after one. Bobby, what'd you think?
Well, I thought it was a pretty good period, but I think there was a little bit of a hangover from the previous game throughout the building. It seemed like people were still thinking about that. I know I was still thinking about that end of the Winchester prep game. But I thought that Latin came as advertised. Very good goalie, played a very disciplined style. Tewksbury asserted themselves offensively. They're some very good offensive players, and their D controlled the neutral zone. I think that Latin's got to get the puck in deep against Tewksbury and not try to beat their defensemen in the neutral zone, and maybe try to get a forecheck going in that zone, and rely on their goaltender to keep this a low-scoring game.
Yeah, I agree, and not to be redundant, we say this about a lot of teams. Latin has to stay out of the box.
They do.
If they give Tewksbury too many opportunities on the power play, they don't need a lot to win. If they get 3 or 4 goals tonight, it's going to be tough for Latin because they're used to playing tight, low-scoring games and winning games with their goalie. But they got to stay out of the box.
And Latin does not have Jack O'Callahan to come out and play defense. He's the one Boston Latin player that I remember. Played for Latin in '75 and also was a tremendous college hockey player. But he was from Charlestown and he went to Boston Latin and just dominated that team. Was a great hockey player. When I see their uniforms, I think of Jack O'Callahan, and who was in the Miracle as a defenseman. And he used to play for Latin. He would play the whole period. He would play 45 minutes a game. So maybe Jack will show up. The spirit of Jack may be here too with Latin as they try to upset Tewksbury tonight.
Bob, we got to get back, or there's going to be a quiet call of the game for the second period. Colin Barkin, thank you. A tip of the hat for Colin,
Thanks,
for everybody
Colin.
I mentioned, and for Mark Igo and everyone at My Hockey Live. Thanks for being with us. This is our wrap-up in 2024. We'll next see you at the Garrett Reagan Summit the first Sunday in December for the 24-25 season.
It'll be here before you know it.
It'll be here before you know it. From My Hockey Live, have a great summer and spring, everybody. And for Be Big Live, watch for sports on the Be Big Live network starting the first week in April. We'll be right back at it. Thank you to all, and tell your friends about My Hockey Live and Be Big Live.